What's going on, Gemini? Welcome back, or welcome back to Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. You already know that as you enter this space, I am sending you all the good energy and the positive vibes that you may need in this time. If you are interested in booking a session with me, if you're interested in following me on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, make sure you check out the description because all of my information will be there. And if you have not subscribed to the channel just yet, then what are you waiting on? Please do so. You're not going to want to miss whether they're the collective messages or the zodiac messages because they're going to always be healing, empowering, enlightening, encouraging, motivational, inspirational, and everything pretty much that you need whenever you come across your videos. All right. So we're gonna go into the Thoth Tarot deck and then get the main energy get the main energies of the energy surrounding you. Then we're going to clarify a few of those cards, and before we leave, we'll go into the Moonology Oracle deck that I have here as well. Spirit, you know their heart and their situation. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for me to be able to deliver the message in a way they'll be able to receive it with an open mind and an open heart? Whoa. They like boop, boop. This is quite a few. Hopefully it's everything that we need. This is so dope. They've been giving me a different layout for like the last 4 or 5 readings on some real stuff. Okay, so underneath it all, we have the 2 of Wands. Okay, so this is pretty much, there it is, the 2 of Wands. It's saying like start putting in the necessary action. This is you just moving forward. It's almost like the Knight of Wands energy, which is saying like just move forward. But the Knight of Wands energy be on some like, listen, I don't got no worries about nothing. I'm just going. I don't even care. This 2 of Wands energy is just telling you to start taking the action. Like, it's some fire being put up under your tail. Okay, and if you don't feel like the fire is there, it's gonna present itself real soon. I'm gonna leave this here so that I can reference this if necessary. Listen, y'all, don't come up in here yawning and stuff. Don't be giving me that energy. I get it. Yeah, you tired. I get it. You're tired, and I'm not talking about like tired energetically. You're not exhausted. You just tired. Like you tired of being tired, and I completely get it. But if that's the case, then you're going to have to do something about that. You're going to have to do something about it. But let's go ahead and get into these cards that's on this table so that we can go into the clarifying cards moving forward. So let me see. The first card on the table we have is the 2 of Swords in reverse. Ain't nothing, okay, to be confused about. It's almost like the energy of you not like you over. I want to say overthinking, but overthinking really comes from like the 8 of Swords for me. But it's like being torn in between the two and not being able to find a common place within that, right? It's like you being torn in between the two and low-key being indecisive or feeling like you're going to make the wrong mistake or you're going to choose the wrong option. There is no mistakes being made. Even in the past where you feel like you've made certain mistakes, you're doing nothing more than learning the lessons that you need to learn in order for you to be able to occupy and operate in the space that you're trying to get to. There's definitely a cycle that's ending. So if that's what you're confused about, like, learn how to just go with the flow of things instead of trying to have control over the expected outcomes or the endless and infinite possibilities that may come. When they present themselves to you, like when it comes about, you deal with it then. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta like be in your mind trying to figure out how it's gonna go, because you can be in your mind and you can try to think this whole situation out and think this whole situation through. But at the beginning and at the end of every day, you can only think for yourself, right? You can't think for me and you. You can probably assume how I'm going to react and respond. You can assume how I'm going to show up or not, but you don't know for sure, right? And this is how sometimes you can be thinking about something and you thinking for yourself and trying to think for the other person, and then they blow your whole wig back, because whole wig or cap, whatever one, they blow it back because they do something like that you didn't even really expect them to do. You had no idea that they were going to react and respond this way. So now, like, how do you move forward when this is something that you did not prepare for? You get what I'm saying? So you just want to make sure that you're being present enough to deal with things as they are presenting themselves to you. Now, somewhere, okay, with the hangman being present, there needs to be a different outlook, like seeing things from a different point of view, from a different perspective. Because somewhere along the lines, you are playing with your own emotions. This card is clearly indicating, like, what do I always say? Like, you dangling candy in front of a baby's face and then you're taking it away. So it's like you can see something for yourself. You know it's there, but then you're not putting yourself in a position to align with that. So now you feeling like it's not possible, right? Like you playing with your own emotions. But it's really going to take you to be disciplined. It's really going to take you to really want what it is that you talking about getting. Yeah. That's that four of cups energy be something sweet, but you got it here with the 9 of wands. And that's telling you that you have the control, you have the strength, you have the power to to move from one side of the spectrum to the other, to stop playing with yourself, to actually experiencing that energy. Listen, I don't know what it is that you're doing. I don't know what type of energies you associating yourself with, or what the case may be that's stopping you from reaching this point of, like, this genuine point of happiness that you're trying to get to. And this is it's got you kind of like closed off. So I would definitely encourage you to pay attention to like your heart chakra, right? Like, are you still holding on to anger, hate, rage, envy? Are you like not being able to forgive? Are you not understanding? Do you not have a sense of compassion? Because there is something there. And I'm not even blaming you, right? I'm not even blaming you. It definitely has something to do with those external influences that you have gotten over the years, whether they coming from your family members, your friends, your best friends, your whoever it's coming from. They are a big influence on how you think. But you really got to put yourself in a position, like, start asking yourself, does this make sense based on what I've been through in my life? Do for me to move in this way, does it really make sense to me, or me? Do I really like the way that this makes me feel when I react and respond this way? Am I actually moving forward by reacting and responding this way? What am I actually learning by reacting and responding this way? And stuff like that. You just want to start being more consciously aware of your own thoughts, opposed to you just operating in that energy of what other people like have shown you. For instance, some people, like, if you get cheated on, if this person gets cheated on, they gonna turn up. They're gonna be ready to bust the windows out the car because Jasmine Sullivan said so. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got people who are going to turn up, who's going to come and do some things or react and respond some type of way because this is what they see on TV, or this is what they seen their parents do, or this is what they seen their siblings do. So now they associate that behavior with that situation. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes that's not it. Like, sometimes that's not it. Like, that's not it. Reacting and responding in a low vibrational way, for me, it's not it. Maybe for you it is, but does it really make you feel good about yourself? And not just for the moment. Like, you just gotta look at the bigger picture at times. Yes, certain people do move a certain type of way, and I'm not taking away from that. You're gonna do what's best for you. I want them to do what's best for them as well. However, I want you to be more mindful of what you actually believe in, what's actually in alignment with you, type of thing. Spirit, can we have the cards to clarify the Two of Swords in reverse? Okay. Yep. And that's crazy because I would have thought that this Prince of Swords would have came out clarifying that Seven of Swords, but it's coming out clarifying the Two of Swords. So you got the Nine of this, you got the Four of Swords in reverse, and then you have the Princess of Swords clarifying the Two of Swords, which is pretty much letting me know that in order for you to start really like, your mind is in control of pretty much everything, like what you're attracting, what you're experiencing, and things of that nature. So when you look around and you pay attention to your situations and circumstances, if the results that you are getting are not something that you actually feel like you can appreciate, like something that you actually want to have or experience, then you need to take a step back and really start paying attention to your mind, right? Quieting your mind down. So whether this means meditation for you, whether this means, journaling and putting your thoughts out on paper so you don't have to keep holding on to certain thoughts that are not serving you well, whatever the case may be, but it definitely has a lot to do with those thoughts that you are trying to protect, right? The thoughts themselves, they're down here crumbling. They down here going away. Like they're falling apart, but you're trying to protect them because of whatever reason. Maybe you feel like you're gonna be going against the grain if you don't, stand firm in what you've been taught or something. Yeah, just because you've been taught something doesn't necessarily mean that you have to believe in that very thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to operate in that same energy. So be mindful. Be mindful again, like, listen. Listen. We're clarifying the Four of Cups next. The Four of Cups in reverse. Spirit, can you give us the cards to clarify the Four of Cups in reverse? So we got the Prince of Cups. You got the Four of Wands in reverse. You have the Six of Wands in reverse. And then you have the Fool card. So I get it. I understand that, like, your feelings play a major role. Your feelings play a major part in the situation, especially when it seems like things are coming to an end or when things are ending on you and you didn't have this expectation of them ending. But you trying to force things to stay afloat. You trying to force things to keep on going on when spirit is clearly telling you, like, okay, our time is up here. It's time for us to elevate. It's time for us to evolve. It's going to really seem like you're going through some trying times, some trying situations, because you're forcing a situation at this point when those like situations and circumstances, events take place because, like, just for you to be able to tap into your emotions so that you can see what you need to heal from or how you need to, like, what you need to do moving forward, because things coming to an end is inevitable. Anything that starts has some type of an ending or a finish or whatever. You light a fire, eventually it's going to go out. I don't care how big it burns. Like, eventually it's going to go out. Right? You get hired at a job, eventually it's going to come to an end. You start a relationship, willingly or unwillingly, eventually it's going to come to an end. You start a workout, at some point it has to end. So don't allow these things to discourage you. When things show you, like, okay, this probably is over. Like, your spirit tell you all the time when something is over. You just be fighting against it, which makes the situation more complicated, opposed to you just allowing yourself to experience that brand new, fresh beginning, that fresh start. Like, okay, I'm starting all the way over. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing bad. There is nothing, it's nothing to it but to do it. when it comes to going back to that full journey, like starting over from scratch. Because really, you're not even starting completely over. You feel me? You're starting over with experience, more experience than you had. However, moving forward, you're still about to learn something different. You're about to learn something new. So that's how you plan with your own emotions. Because you know it's over. You know that it's finito, it's finished, it's done at this point. But you keep on trying to force it to keep on going on, when it's like, instead of trying to force this, just allow something new to begin. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. Because now it gives you way much more control than you could have ever imagined over your life and your situation. Now you can really start creating what it is that you desire and what you want to have. Spirit, can we clarify the sun card in reverse? Mm. So far, we have the Five of Wands that comes out on the sun card in reverse, and that's talking about the internal conflict. Oh, it was okay. I didn't even see that one back there, but so the Five of Wands talking about the internal conflict. The reason why you're not opening yourself up to receive is because you battling with yourself. Listen, the same energy of that Four of Cups in reverse. It's like, if I can't have it this way, then I don't want it at all. But you know that you really want it, but it's not showing up in that individual or in that situation that is currently present in your life. Allow yourself the space, the room, and the opportunity to get what it is that you deserve and desire to have. You gonna close yourself off because one person don't fit the description? Spirit, can we have? Is there anything else that we need to clarify? Okay. So on top of that Five of Wands, we also have the Three of Swords. We have the Ace of Disc in reverse, and then you have the Six of Cups in reverse, which is again clarifying that same ass energy that we was just tapping into, because it's the internal conflict because of the way that you process information, right? The way that you receive information and the way that you process information is what actually hurts your feelings. You're taking this way too personal. Whatever this situation is, and I'm saying this as like your sister, I'm saying this as your friend, I'm saying this as your homegirl, I'm saying this as your people and your folks, right? Like, it's not as personal as you taking it. And I get it. Again, that can go into that influential energy that you're receiving intellectually, because it's like, if they did it, then yeah, take it personal, right? Somebody else can be telling you that whatever this situation is, whatever's happening, or whatever this energy is, they're telling you like this is something that you should take personal. Or if somebody has told you, when people move like that, you take it personal. No, you don't, because it doesn't really say as much about you as it does about the individual who's projecting or who's exuding the energy that is present. Your reaction and your response is what pretty much dictates and determines how I could classify or identify you, type of thing, right? Based on how you react and how you respond. Allow yourself to start new, like for real and not for play, because it's all in your hands. At this point, you are in control of the way that you feel based on the way that you think. So if you keep on holding on to the negative aspects of it, and I am never taking away from certain situations and experiences that you actually have experienced. I'm just saying or encouraging you to open yourself up to being able to see things from a different perspective, to be able to be more compassionate, like more understanding. Not saying that it's okay, not saying that it's right or none of that. Just saying that if you learn to forgive yourself for one, then it'll be easier for you to forgive other people. If you learn to look at the bigger picture, you'll see things so much clearer. It is super dope. It's like super amazing But I personally don't want you just holding on to this energy when it's not serving you. The Lover's card being out here is just a saying make sure that you are appreciating yourself, accepting yourself for who you were, who you are, who you're destined to be. Because any and everything that has happened to you has been governed by a higher power, the most high, God energy, source, your angels, your ancestors, whatever you want to identify that thing outside of yourself that is bigger than you, right? The universe, however, it's okay, but it's all happening for a reason. Like, it's teaching you something, it's giving you what it is that you need. I encourage you to allow it to do its thing. I encourage you to allow it to do its thing. Now let's go into this Moonology deck so we can get up out of here. Spirit, what is the message that you have for us in this deck? Can you please give us the cards that we need for mind so they can be able to receive the message with an open mind and an open heart? All right, we're going to take, it's a few of them. It's 5. We're going to take all of them. The first one that I seen that came out, it says a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay? A personal issue reaches resolution. We have surrender to the divine. This is surrender to the divine. I'm not even finna go into all that with y'all because you know what? Y'all get it. If you get it, you get it. Just like I get it. The next one says step out of your comfort zone. Expect powerful change. Prosperity lies ahead. So that cycle that we was talking about coming to an end, there is some type of cycle that is definitely closing out here. You just have to you have to just trust your higher power. Like, just trust the universe, trust God, trust source, trust the alpha, the omega. Like, just trust. And trust, when you take that step outside of your comfort zone, that's how they go, oh, they trusting us now. He trusting us now. She's trusting us. Look, she's ready to come up out of that box that she's been in. He's ready to do the damn thing. Like, something of that nature. I can only imagine how our angels and ancestors be talking behind the scenes, because they always be here with us. They're always there with you. Okay. So when you take that first step, it's gonna start happening and popping and cracking and snapping and everything else that it needs to do. You just gotta trust it. You just gotta trust yourself. Trust yourself, if not anything else, from this moment forward. Which goes back into this card. Which goes back into that take action. Take action. Make it happen, Captain. Listen, I definitely hope this brought some clarity. I hope this helps in some type of way, shape, or form. Until next time, love, enjoy yourself. Peace.